Welcome back to another gaming video. This is Wyyyshockk Gaming here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Wyyyshockks. They're normally found on Kashyyyk, but this one I'm dealing with here was somewhere else. I don't want to drop any spoilers. Alright, let's get into it. Now fighting these things, man, I died and I died and I died so many times. They just kept getting me. So in this video, I hope to bring some enlightenment to you if you're having any trouble dealing with these Wyyyshockks. So we're going to take a look at the regular Wyyshokk first. She's still a beast, really quick. And later in the video, we're going to take a look at the Albino Wyyyshokk. This one's a special boss. You'll deal with it a little bit later. Alright, so if you look here on this map, you'll see that they are actually found on Kashyyyk. Usually found on Kashyyyk. Here it is, looking at the other planets. Man, I love the animations in this game. When you drop into a planet like this, pretty. Alright, that's Kashyyyk. Alright, so while on Kashyyyk, you'll see all these stormtroopers fighting these 3 Wyyshokks here. I'm also playing in Jedi Master mode, if that has any relevance to you. Look here on the holo map. This is about where you find it at. Alright. So, my first mistake dealing with this, I thought it'd be a great idea to hop on down in there with all the stormtroopers, because I figured, they'll help me take out these Wyyshokks. Nah, man. Take a look at this. I go in here with the dual saber because, multiple enemies. I think I can do it. It turns out, in a situation like this, you actually kind of have priority over everything. I'm getting hit on both sides by these Wyyshokks and these stormtroopers. They're still fighting each other, but I was pretty much taking the brunt of it. Again, I'm trying to get behind them to their weak spot, and I just keep getting tagged from both sides. And eventually, I did not prevail. And I was not locked on to anybody, so you can see in the video that they just hit me from every direction here. We're going to talk about how to deal with this later. I mean, they're just passing your boy back and forth. They don't care about you. No feelings. And eventually, we'll end up here. And everyone that plays this game, no, we don't like this screen. You can be set back who knows how far. Here I am again with my second brilliant idea. I decided, try to hop in a little bit later on him after some damage was already done. And I got lucky. I just happened to parry him when he hit me in the back. But generally though, I don't advise hopping down there with everybody unless you're just really good at blocking. Because everything here hits you pretty hard. The flamethrowers, the blasters. Now this other idea here, I decided, okay, all the stormtroopers are gone. Let me try to do it without getting shot at from outside distractions. This too was a pretty terrible idea. I mean, look at this, look at this. And again, I hadn't learned how to deal with them yet. So these guys, they shoot webs at you. And they also rear back and they attack you in the front. They're really mobile. They hit you from every direction. When you're dealing with these, you're going to see some webs on the ground. So if you don't see one in play already, look for a web on the ground. And when you step on it, you actually trigger them. Now look here, I got caught between both of them. I'm not locked onto him, and your boy got passed around back and forth. I thought I was a badass hopping in here. Yeet! Guess not. Again, I was not locked onto him. Eventually, this also led to me just getting dropped. So, you want to lock onto him, you want to maintain your movement. Keep strafing around him, back and forth. When they rear back, you'll see a green ball. That's the webs. You can't really block that. Just dodge it. They do a light attack, you can parry that like normal. I suggest following up with the heavy. This here, when they turn red, that's their heavy attack. Dodge to the left or the right. You can dodge back, but they have more reach than you do. So dodging to the left or right's a better option. Dodging back, you can still get hit. Here they go with the webs. Like I said a second ago, you really can't block it or deflect it. Just get out the way. And generally follow up with your heavy attack. Dodge to the side, hit him with the heavy. Aim for their abdomen. I finished that guy off with light attacks. You see on the next one, I went to that nearby cave. I kind of drew him out a little bit to give me plenty of space to work with. Now, right in this moment, when you see all the legs and fangs go back, that is your moment to parry him. Right there. You'll see your prompt come up, depending on whatever system you play. And then this is your chance to essentially one-shot him. I got a couple light attacks in, but generally, you're going to one-shot him after that. As you see, the third one's coming up behind me, and I just dealt with those two, and here's the third guy. Parry the light attack. Make sure to lock on and keep moving. Keep your dodge ready. When you see everything go back, all the legs and fangs, that's a sweep. That's your sweet spot. You just drop them right there. If you can get that abdomen, do a little more damage before you go in there. Here we are again. Alright, now that's about it for the regular ones. Now we're going to go to this albino one. It is highly aggressive. It does a lot of damage, but it's essentially the same. If you look here, I did lock on, but if you dodge too soon in the power attacks, it's still going to touch you. And it does a lot of damage. At this point, it hit me basically twice with those power attacks, and it dropped me. 2 of those, that's all the room I really had to work with there. So you stepped on that web to trigger it, and it dropped in behind me. Now there's another way into the cave. I went to the bottom. You can go into the top as well, and actually kind of go around the outskirts, and you won't have to really deal with it, but what's the fun in that? Let's not cheese it. But here, I'm locked on. You want that space. Give him that room to shoot the webs at me. You can parry that light attack and wait for him to kind of come down from his power move to really dodge it. And there's a lot going on here, but you really want to try to keep your cool about you. As I got near the end of trying to kill it, I kind of panicked a little bit. But just, you know, keep calm, keep your dodge ready to go, keep some stems on deck. And just keep moving. I suggest circling around them. You don't got much space in here, but as long as you're watching them, you'll be alright. Like there, I dodged back. He still managed to get me a little bit. And wait for all those cues. Wait for the mouth to open up, his legs to go back. Her legs. I got him up against the wall and finished him off. Hopefully, these tips help you deal with these Wyyshokks so that they're not as big of a pain to you as they were to me. I appreciate all of you guys for coming and watching and giving me support. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a subscribe. I greatly appreciate it and it helps my channel. Until next time, this has been Wyyyshockk Gaming. Thank you.